A third season of DLC for Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker has been announced and is coming out still this year. This news was shocking. Surprising? I have mixed feelings on this. On one hand, I love Shinobi Striker and going back to it every time there was a new DLC was really fun for me. On the other hand, this might also mean that we're not getting a new Naruto game for a very long time. Potentially ever. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Globku, and as you might know, this channel was built on anime games. And one of those games that kinda launched this channel was Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. To me, this game was a one of a kind. For better or worse, there was nothing like it. I never had a game that I would gladly check back in every time there was a new DLC, and then just drop the game the next day waiting for the next DLC to come out. So far, I've always been either all in on the game, excited for new updates, and just keeping up with all of its releases, or I was all out, play a game at release, drop it, never look back. Shinobi Striker was definitely unique in that regard. The game itself is also fairly unique, and I'm happy it's getting even more love and attention. I'm also a bit biased here. Don't forget that I'm a YouTuber and I make content on this game, so it having a new season of DLC is exciting, not just because I can have fun with the game, but also because I can make the money. However, if there wasn't more Shinobi Striker, there might also been a new Naruto game to cover, and I could make videos on it, so who knows how biased that argument really is. I do like the videos that I made on Shinobi Striker. They're amongst the best that I've ever made in my opinion. I've recently watched one of the Sasuke videos and that just holds up really well. I'm really proud of these. But with Season 3, we're switching things up. I cannot edit these types of videos in one day anymore. I will die. I'll figure something else out. I'll still want to make these. I just can't make them in a single day. Whatever happens, I'll be streaming the game on Twitch, so make sure to follow me. I usually stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Link down below. I'm really happy a Season 3 got announced, and this is coming from someone who was ready to drop the game, but it makes me so happy just to rub it in the face of people who are still calling this a dead game.
Why releasing DLC for a dead game, bro?
Are you really that thick? Making DLC is not free. It costs a lot of money. So if they're committing to another season of DLC, that means there's still plenty coming in. And in my time playing Shinobi Striker, not once did I run into long matchmaking queues. Well, there was that one time where matchmaking was bugged. But I didn't run into low player population. It was always super healthy. Which means the people who call this game dead are just wrong. Factually wrong. Okay, maybe the game is dead on Xbox or PC. I don't know. It might be. I have no idea. I only play it on PS4 and it is still incredibly healthy, and this game is already 2 years old. If you don't like the game, it's not your thing, that's valid. That's totally fine. Just don't call it dead because you're wrong. Period. Now, on the other hand, just like the rest of the community, I am ready for a new Naruto game. And that might even be Shinobi Striker 2. I don't mind them staying with the same format. I just want something new and improved. A bigger leap than a Season 3 of DLC is going to be able to provide for Shinobi Striker. A sequel would have been able to change a lot more things. If they went a different route, even better. And that's coming from someone who really did enjoy Shinobi Striker. The end of Season 2 felt like a good point to drop the game and get into something else, and I can only hope that Season 3 is at least as good as Season 2 was. So at least we can say the same by the end of Season 3, but announcing more DLC for Shinobi Striker does make me worried about the future of Naruto games. I made this video a couple of weeks ago asking that very tough question. Was Shinobi Striker the last Naruto game? And I mean proper console game, not a mobile game or a browser game or anything like that. With the Season 3 announcement, I'm even more convinced that that might be the case. Think about it. Season 3 is coming out in 2020. We still don't know how many characters are in it. Sergio M3 did some data mining. He found 3 characters at least. Some of the info we found is also pointing to a new version of Kakashi. This is all very unconfirmed, okay? And also, I think announcing a Season 3 and only having 3 characters in it, that's just setting yourself up for some heavy criticism, unless the Season Pass is like $5 or something. So I think there will be more characters than just 3. We just don't know how many, but let's assume that we'll have DLC for the rest of 2020. What happens next? Does a game get announced in 2021? What game is that? Naruto ended in 2016. Did it? Hang on. I might have the dates wrong. 17. Okay. I was off by a year. That means in 2021, the end of Naruto would have happened 4 years ago. The big push right now is Boruto, and the further into the future we go, the less likely it is that they'll push Naruto again. And if it is a Boruto game, it just won't have the kind of budget that a Naruto game would have. And Shinobi Striker, if anything, is proof of that. Naruto to Boruto. The title indicates a transition into the next generation of ninja. Let's look at the roster. Yep, very transitional. 3 Boruto characters. I guess 5 if you count those two. They know Boruto doesn't sell the same way that Naruto does. And I am 100% convinced that if they just released a Naruto game without any ongoing anime or anything, it would still be a success. The thing is, when you talk about anime games, you need to keep in mind that there's more than the game at stake. When you have an anime property, like Naruto, you are constantly doing cross-promotion. Here's the anime, here's the spin-off movie, here's the toys, here's the game. This works for every single anime that is big enough to have this sort of cross-promotion. All of these things combined, they push the one thing. And if the anime is pushing Boruto, the game's not going to push something else. All of these work in tandem to promote the one thing. So Naruto games might be done. It's sad to think about it, but yeah, Naruto's a thing of the past, and I don't think there's any more cross-promotion to be done for Naruto. Back in the day, you even had filler episodes put into the anime to promote specific games. Recently, I played Ultimate Ninja 3, and it has this sort of original story mode, which is a battle royale, pitching Jonin versus Genin. It's a silly premise, I know, but the anime had an OVA or a filler episode that was just dedicated to that, and that was promoting Ultimate Ninja, the game. And that serves as an example of how all of these things work together to promote the IP, the anime property. So yeah, not super optimistic about a new Naruto game. I'm really not. And on that sad note, let's pivot back to something more positive. We get more Shinobi Striker until the end of the year. Season 3 will have new characters, and looking at Season 2, I think it should have a couple of other things as well. First of all, a new map. We got a deathmatch mode with a Chunin exam arena, and this, folks, was during Season 1. It's been that long since we got a new game mode or new map, and I think that's the #1 priority, to be honest. Season 2 did remix all the game modes, especially Flag Battle, making it easier to cap flags after getting some kills, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something similar for Season 3, but we need a new map. They're seriously lacking in that department. Even if you keep the same rules for base battle or flag battle, we need a new environment. I also like that we got a new weapon for defense types during Season 2 that actually had a new moveset. This was something that I definitely thought would be a lot more frequent. I understand that building a new moveset from the ground up is not exactly easy, but at least get one per class, right? Am I crazy to expect that? A new map or a new game mode, that's a lot of work, but a new weapon or moveset? I mean, that still worked, but they do bring us a new moveset every time a new DLC character comes out. Each DLC character has their own moves, but you don't get to equip those moves on your own created character, so that feels a bit like a waste. If instead they put their effort into making new movesets for your created character, I think the player base would appreciate that a lot more. And my #1 request is actually just give us custom lobbies. Custom lobbies, please. I want to be able to play with my friends. I want to be able to make a party and fight against another party of players. Honestly, they might even be a bit too late on that. I don't think they realize how much they have missed on free promotion if they just had custom lobbies from the start. The competitive scene for Shinobi Striker would be completely different. There would be tournaments, there would be competitive teams, there would be this whole scene developed around it if only it had custom lobbies. Don't get me wrong, the community did their best and they actually put somewhat of a competitive scene together, but it's just not the same thing. Like, if they gave us the tools to actually make that work, it feels like such a missed opportunity, man. Honestly, I wouldn't even ask for anything else. I think a Season 3 of DLC typically doesn't have as much content as a Season 1 or a Season 2 because the player base has obviously decreased since launch. And unless there's a really hyped DLC announced, it's probably not rising again. And to be honest, the DLC has been so hit and miss during these past 2 seasons that my hopes aren't really that high for Season 3. I mean, I bet we'll get like 2 or 3 really hyped characters, but the rest is filler. Just look at Season 2. Onoki, Mei, and Ino, like, for real? Okay. There's still hope for Neji though, so hey, that's an upside. But yeah, if I'm just asking for free stuff, give us a training mode. I'd love to be able to go into an arena with like training dummies that I could just lab different stuff on. Try out jutsu combos before taking them into a match, try out different, you know, optimal melee combos and whatever. Heck, even just for jumping into an arena and trying out different shortcuts, movement options without having to go into mission mode. But yeah, I think that's asking a bit too much for a Season 3 of DLC, which is not going to have the resources of a Season 1 or a Season 2. And that's why I'd be a lot more excited for Shinobi Striker 2, to be honest. Anyway, long story short, Season 3 of DLC announced, coming out later this year. There's a Bandai event on July 22nd called Bandai Play Live. Don't know if we'll see more Shinobi Striker then, but if it happens, I'll be sure to let you guys know. At the same time, a new season of DLC makes me even less optimistic for a new Naruto game. At least a new Naruto game that is not just a mobile game or a Boruto game with a B game budget. But anyway, I'd love to see you guys over on the Twitch channel. Talking about anime games is one of my absolute favorite things to do, so if you guys want to chat live, go ahead and click the link down below. Give me a follow. Or let me know in the comments which characters you would like to see in Season 3. Let's say your top 3 picks. Let's not get too greedy. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye.